Morning. YouTube, Rumble, and anybody else. Monday, May 8th. Little after 10 in the a.m. The month of May. It's a very special month for me. A lot of memories are made, or were made, in the month of May. In the past few days, I've been going over things that have happened in the month of May. Looking at old pictures of where I've been, what I've done, and who I've done it with. And that would be the incredible one, Miss Cindy. I don't know if we ever mentioned, or if I ever mentioned, because I think the only thing you ever seen of Cindy on video was maybe her hand or her arm when she was helping me do videos. So, I think the month of May, I'm gonna relive some of the memories with y'all. Let's go back to when I met the incredible one. I was going through a divorce. It wasn't a nasty divorce. We had pretty much agreed on who gets what and who, you know. And my business attorney agreed to handle the divorce for a slight fee. Anyway, so I was at my attorney's office, which, by the way, the attorney office is Cleveland's oldest attorney's office. They've been a firm for over 100 years. Well, the incredible one was the office administrator. Hold on a second.
Said that Dr. Wilson said that Grandma is doing much better today.
Well, we know that. We just talked to her.
She just called me again to tell you that.
Okay. Well, there you go. Spoke to Mom this morning. She's doing a lot better. Dr. Wilson, who is Mom's favorite doctor, said she's doing much better today. She ain't coming home today. Maybe tomorrow. But most likely towards the end of the week. Anyways, where was? Okay. Anyways, she was the office administrator, which meant she handled everything for the attorneys, you know, and she took care of the office and and she was, the staff of the office answered to her. And I went for a meeting with my attorney, and she came out and offered me a cup of coffee. And when I seen her, it was like, ooh, I'm impressed. So whenever I went for my meetings, she would come out often. I asked her out, and she said no, not until I was divorced. But she did agree to have lunch with me downstairs in their building. So the day my divorce was final, I asked her out, and she said yes. And our first meeting was on Valentine's Day. That's when we went out. And that date never ended. So leading up to the month of May, we'd been seeing each other every time I was in town. And she told me that that wasn't going to work. I needed to be home more. So I left the company that I was working for. Well, I took my truck off. I still worked for me. And put it on with a company local in Cleveland where I ran local. I was home every day. But anyways, the month of May came and we decided that we wanted to get away from it all. So we went to Memphis for our first vacation. What a vacation. Love Memphis. Came back home, you know. Okay, settle down, my goodness. So that Thanksgiving, my mom had Thanksgiving dinner for us, and so we came out, and that's when I asked her to marry me, and then she said, of course she said yes, because I am that kind of guy. And we got married in May. So that's one of the first memories. Another memory is, I was spending more time there. This run that I did, it went from Wellington, Ohio to Tonawanda, New York, every day. And her house was right in the middle of between my house and Wellington. So she says, you should just stop here in the morning when you get off work and sleep here. You get a couple more hours of sleep. And that led to, maybe you ought to bring some clothes so you can have a change of clothes here. To, why don't you just move in? So we did that from like June. Yeah, I moved in June. We got married in May, the following May, yeah. So that's how we came to live together. And then one day she's like, you ought to bring your motorcycle out and leave it here for your days off. And we can go ride. So that took the motorcycle out there. I remember the first time she wanted to go for a ride on a motorcycle. She says, I've never been on a motorcycle before. She goes, what do I do? And I said, well, it's easy. I said, when we're sitting still, you sit still. When we're moving, if we're going through a curve or a turn, I lean, you lean. I said, if we're going straight down the highway, I said, I don't care. You can get up and dance on them pegs. It ain't going to bother me. So she never did get up and dance, but you could feel her moving around back there, adjusting her butt cheeks. Then she's like, what if we're out and it rains? And I looked at her and I said, we get wet. Ain't like you can roll the window up. But she became quite the accomplished writer herself, so for being short, she handled a big bike pretty good. I know after we'd come in from a ride and get off the bike and you stretch out the kinks and what have you, and she would go over to the cabinet and she would get out the rag and the spray away, and she would clean all the bugs off the bike. And then during the week when I was working, she would wax the bike, polish the chrome. Even if we didn't ride it, she would do it at least twice a week. So, well, I think I'm going to end that one here. Next we'll talk about we'll talk about our second big vacation, and that's Las Vegas, where we got married. Anyways, appreciate you guys hanging around. Hope you're well, hope you're safe. Every day's a school day. If you're not learning, you are being left behind. Go be kind. I gotta go put groceries away that were just delivered a little while ago. See you soon.